So this week is free week, and I don't really know what to talk about, but I think I'll just talk about myself. So you'll remember it was my birthday last weekend. I just turned 19. Whoa, the big 19. It's like the most pointless age ever, because 18 is when you're like legally an adult, and 20, you're in your 20s, and 21, you can drink. What can you do at 19? Nothing you can do at 18, so it's kind of a waste of a year. But anyway, I got this wonderful thing from my grandpa. Can you see that? It's like a little G-clef, little treble clef, with an actual real diamond in the center. And it was my grandma's engagement ring. My grandma died of cancer on January 23rd, 07. Have this tattoo for her. But this is her diamond from her engagement ring that he gave her. And I'm the favorite, so that's why I got it. I'm just kidding. I don't know why he decided to give it to me, but I'm grateful that he did, because I loved her a lot. I was supposed to go to a job interview today, but she called me and canceled that because she had 2 people that interviewed right before me with better availability. So, which basically sucks. And anyway, but I got a job at the golf course working the snack bar, which I know what you're thinking sounds wonderful. But I don't know, I think it'll be fine. It's on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, possibly Wednesdays, I think, and any other day that they need me, really. At this point, I will take anything because no one is hiring college-age students, which I suppose is a good thing because then it's going to people that need to, like, feed their families and stuff, but, you know, it's just a tough life to have all of these things you want to do and have no money to do them. It's cool. Love it. I think my parents are gonna take me as my birthday present to get a second tattoo for my grandpa that died in July of 07. My grandma died in January. My mom's mom died in January, and my dad's dad died in July. He had Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that, and he used to like fall a lot, you know, old people fall, and he was like, every time he would fall, he would bruise his brain a little bit, and the last time that he fell, my grandma didn't know that he'd fallen because it was in the middle of the night, and she didn't know for like a good couple of hours, and he was just like unresponsive, so they ended up bringing him to the hospital, and he never woke up. So that was another tough time. My god, I had a rough 07. Project Lifesize means a lot to me because I kind of hated myself because I think just because, like, you're taught to kind of like hate your body if it's not what is perceived as good and perfect. The reality of it is nobody's perfect, even Heidi Montag. But you don't ever hear that. You just hear and see the things about you that are wrong. I think the best thing about this channel is that it's 5 very, very real women who have real stories and real lives and who are really dealing with this, and not so much dealing with it or like coping with it, but accepting it and kind of embracing it in a way. We're just saying not everybody is built the same way, and you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself because you're not built like everybody else. Being called fat doesn't necessarily bother me because I am fat. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. You know what I mean? Like, when I would say something about it, like, my friends would be like, oh no, don't say that, you're not fat. I'm like, yeah, I am. It's okay. It's not like I'm not hiding it or anything. There's no possible way to hide it. But what pisses me off is the fact that, like, when you're called fat, it doesn't just mean fat. A lot of times it means you're unattractive, you're lazy, you're stupid, you don't have any, like, ambition to do things in life. I'm like, I don't see how all of that correlates to me being fat. I understand that there are people who are like that, but I just don't understand how that correlates to me. Because last time I checked, I was on the varsity swim team for 2 years. I'm going to a private school and I have a 4.0. I don't eat at fast food restaurants, besides Taco Bell, but I don't think that counts. And I don't eat there that often. It just doesn't make sense to me that all of those things go along with being fat. It pisses me off when people say you're shortening your life by being overweight. No, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I literally have nothing wrong with me other than I could lose pounds, and I don't eat that unhealthy, and I don't not exercise. It's not like I'm on the couch 24/7. I'm not this stereotypical, like, oh, she's fat, so she must not do anything. No. And another thing that pisses me off is that my grandmother never smoked or drank a day in her life, besides probably champagne on her wedding day, and she still died of cancer. Horrifically of cancer. Okay? She had breast cancer, beat it once, beat it again, then got lymphoma cancer. That had nothing to do with her weight at all. It had nothing to do with her weight at all. I don't understand how that has anything to do with it. She got skin cancer, had to do with her being out in the sun. So you know what? If you're gonna say that it's wrong for me to be overweight, then you should also say it's wrong for anyone to have a tan. Because they're doing the exact same thing to themselves. Now, I don't think we'll ever know exactly what caused her cancer, but I don't know, maybe it was the Splenda that she put in all of her drinks because they told us sugar was bad for us and we should use artificial sweetener instead, and now they're coming out and saying, well, maybe Splenda gives you cancer. Sorry about that. You know what? You have no idea what you're doing when it comes to health. These people that come out and say, well, this is good for you, blah, 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 this is really bad for you. Then they come out a year, 2 years, 5 years later and say, oh, well, we did some testing. That actually isn't good for you, so you should probably stop doing that. Really? Really? Like, how desperate are we to be skinny that we're gonna maybe get cancer instead? Probably would rather have diabetes than have cancer, because at least diabetes is treatable. The kind of cancer that my grandmother had was literally terminal cancer. And she went through chemo to try and extend her life, make her life longer, and ended up, I think, number one, shortening it, and number two, completely destroying the quality of her life. So, honestly, I'll have my piece of pie, thanks. If I'm gonna live longer than 70 and I'm gonna have cancer, and I'm gonna have dementia, and I'm gonna have Alzheimer's, and I'm gonna have bruises on my brain, then I guess I would rather just live till I'm 70 and have a happy life. I guess I don't really care about living to be 100 if my life's gonna suck. Alright, so free week for me kind of turned into a little bit of a rant, but that you'll find that happens with me if you watch my channel. I guess I'm just a pissed off person. Anyway, I hope that you have a good Sunday and a good next week, and I will see you next Saturday right here on Project Lifesize, ranting about fat stuff. Okay, bye.